It says you're live, but the screen's all purple. It's not showing. Yeah, it looks like the light's on. Okay. 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 How do I turn this around?
See your little face? There's a camera about where your face is.
Share my screen? There.
No. No, not that one.
No, not that one.
No.
Okay, I can see you and me.
Was it?
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
I'll talk to him.
So like you see the red X's in the corner, just inside there's a button.
There's a red X. Okay.
And then on the opposite,
Okay.
that's the one. Okay. Show me the webcam real quick. Oh, it's going. There's a slider. Slide it back and forth.
Here? What do you mean slide it?
There's like a little nub. Oh my god. Hold on. A second, I gotta make a call real quick. I'm still on the phone with you.
Okay. Just a minute. Whoa, that's good. Okay. Preston. Okay.
Yeah. Can you
Okay.
get it going?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
going.
whatever, you're not in there.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. We're live, so that's all I do?
Yeah, as long as you can see.
Yep, I can. Yep.
You're good.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, she wants the eyeliner. Yeah, I like it. I looked and we only had 7. Oh, no. No, 5 on this page, 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got it. Just in case. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you see how I made your agenda?
Yes.
I'll do that. Did you see my stuff?
I don't know what side it should. What channel it should be. I have this. There's the washes, right? We have to just listen to those houses that come out there.
Okay. No.
Oh, do you have it up? Do you just?
I don't know. Kristen said he would post it for us. No, I've never seen it, but I.
Just about,
Okay.
just real quick. Right in my lap.
Are you on there?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right.
It's in the smile.
Ladies. I forget closer to this. Okay, is a cell phone booster up on your end? Is it working? Is it up? You haven't noticed?
Not, I mean, I have more bars, but it still isn't working. It's almost like it's blocking. He has noticed hers has actually gone down. Like the accessibility of stuff.
And so, let's see if this is working. They were making some difference. I don't know if this thing clicks. But there's some way, right? It's needed. Thank you. Did I hear you say you were on?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is everything okay? Wow.
Call meeting in order. Please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, disclosure of actual or potential conflicts of interest. Anybody have anything that's could be on the agenda? Okay, communication from the public. Okay, item number 78.0, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So.
Motion by Dallas, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Caleb. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Item number 79.0, motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion by Caleb, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ryan. Board discussion. Ryan, you had the bills, anything there that,
Everything looked good.
okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Item number 80.0, communication or administrative committee reports. I've got a couple of things here, got a couple of cards. This is to the school board. Thank you for your kind expression of sympathy during this time of loss. The family of Jerry Freeman. And dear Pennant County School District, thank you for your time, heart, and dedication you give to your community. Your selfishness service does not go unnoticed, and I'm so grateful for the role you played in making Miss West River possible. Thank you so much for allowing us to use your venue. As Miss West River teen, it is truly an honor to serve alongside people who have led with kindness and commitment. Through my CSI, I'm constantly reminded that change happens because of people like you who are willing to show up, give back, and lift others. Honored to serve as Miss West River Teens. Reese Henja. And I don't have anything else to report other than the fact that, do you have anything from your meeting?
They voted on, what was there? Carol has the
It's a legislative update.
legislative update, they want to return sales tax from 4.2 to 4.5%. Needs 12.8 million less is allocated for education this year compared to last year. They voted on property tax for the harmless school funding. And the capital outlay and the opt-out rules need to remain local. Pretty much all that they really went over on the deal. And everything that they brought up for vote has been passed on.
With your little yellow card?
Little yellow card. Yep.
I understand that Abby's going next year. Okay, any questions? Carol?
I just want to make sure that we express gratitude this time of year. So I want to thank the staff, the school board, and the community for the support for the Pennant County School District. It truly does take a village to raise a child, and I think we're definitely proof of that with our combined efforts. So thank everyone. Just a reminder, South Dakota's Constitution mandates a uniform public school system, affirming the state's responsibility to provide a free and equitable education for all children. And as a public school, we need to make sure everyone understands that all children are welcome at Pennant County School District. It is essential that we can continue to recognize and honor the power of education, as well as individuals, both within the schools, within our homes, who make it possible. You know, our families are the children's first teachers, and and we need to honor that and welcome them. I attended the SDSSA meeting in Pierre on December 3rd, or in Oklahoma. The primary focus was meeting on the upcoming legislative sessions and the concerns that will be brought forward. Key takeaways include the importance of public schools actively sharing their success stories and highlighting the dedicated work staff are doing on behalf of South Dakota students. And I think we see that here with our student presentations, and we need to share that beyond this room. So, and I've asked that, there's a couple places statewide we can do that. So, along with our Facebook pages and, within the Bennett County community. It was also noted that there are only 11 states left taking the Smarter Balance assessment, which is an important consideration when reviewing and comparing testing data. They talk about the Smarter Balance a lot. They don't tell you there's only 11 states left taking it. And South Dakota does well, considering the 11. But, when you think about 50 states and there's only 11, that's a different picture. So just so everyone's aware of that. The governor's recent budget address proposed a state budget that keeps funding for public schools along with Medicaid providers and state employees flat for the upcoming year. Flat means there's no increase for state aid for the K-12 education for the 26-27 school year. And other organizations are hopeful that this could change during the legislative session. And I included a link in my report for you guys, a breakdown of the different parts of that budget. And with inflation, 0% is a decrease, not an increase. So we want to be mindful of that. Staff development, we come back January 5th with an in-service day building level for teachers to get ready for the new year and new semester. January, is it 26th? I have 16. 26th is in service, 23rd, totally wrong date. And we'll focus on looking at power standards taught and building data analysis. Curriculum and grants. I think we told you last time we did finally get word that we received the literacy framework. And we'll be going through. Staff have opportunities for some free credits through the state and training, so that's good. We have to look at a literacy team. There's some other notes on this in the report about the blueprint and some of the other things that we have to work through. Facility and grounds, the Building and Grounds Committee reviewed the proposals for the bus barn project and utilized a scoring rubric to evaluate and select the company. I have the full folder available in my office if you'd like to see the proposals, the rubric, and the scoring that we utilize for that decision. Transportation, the new 35 passenger bus was taken to Pierre last Friday by Aaron because thankfully a parent told us that their child's feet were cold on the bus, and then Aaron checked it out and it was not working well. So it was taken to Pierre because it's under, or not Pierre, Miller, because it's under warranty. And we're also going to install a camera on the bus. With the new bus, the driver does not have, it's like not like a school bus, so there's no mirror to monitor students. So we need the coaches to help, but also just if there is an incident, it will protect everyone, and we'll have that to review if needed. The new handicap accessible bus was delivered. And just a reminder that we want the coaches to use the AD for their busing requests, and then AD1 will communicate with Transportation Director Noel. So he's the one who knows what vehicles are available and backup plans, and he does a very good job with that. Program highlights, early participation incentive, free consultation support, communication materials, and water testing for WaterLed. And I printed a PowerPoint for you guys. So if someone asks you, a flyer will be going out. If you remember last time, we discussed that in 2027, this will be mandated. This was an opportunity to get in on a grant. They will come and test our water December 29th. And the systems have to be used like 24 hours before, but not 12 hours before they take the sample. So there's some specifics with that. And Aaron and Ken have been great in working through that. So we're not anticipating any issues, but where it's mandated and this is an opportunity for them to test at no cost to us, we decided that we would do that. For BCA, they did submit the language concerns from the current negotiated agreement for review. I've looked at those. I will address those. Some, if it's just a word, is not going to make any difference. If there's some clarification on some words, it's prior to me, so we'll have to have some conversations and talk about that during negotiations. And we're also waiting if they have any suggestions for the 26-27 school calendar. And we're almost in 2026. Crazy.
Any questions? Thank you, Carol. Carrie.
All right. Our December attendance is at 89.71, and that's full year. That's from the beginning of the year through December. It also includes any students who have transferred out and their prior attendance, so it's all in there. But in comparison, last year in December, we were at 87.55, so we still are making a little bit of an increase there. We had 5 of our FFA students attend the Leadership and Development event in Rapid City on December 7th and 8th, and the teams that performed were the Ag Communications team and the One Creed team, and then Claire Weber took part in our district officer orientation, and we're really pleased that we have a Bennett County student who is representing on the officers. So student council's been busy with spreading their holiday cheer. They have been doing the 12 days of Christmas to the elementary students, and a lot of different clubs and organizations have pitched in as a part of that, and they provide all kinds of surprises to the youngsters during this time period. The cheerleaders led the student body in a kickoff for the winter sports season, and the sophomores' spirit shined so brightly that they won the spirit stick back from the seniors. It is a hotly contested issue, so it's a big deal for them. Today, the student body was treated to the middle and high school holiday concert that was held at 2:30, and we really appreciated them sharing their talents with us. Progress monitoring and reading and math is underway in the STAR assessment series, and we'll be disaggregating that information during one of our January in-services. Our comprehensive needs assessment, our CNA team, we met to review our midterm progress and on our goals and identify the next steps that we have in that process, focusing on the areas of culture and climate as well as curriculum instruction. And walk-through observations for staff continues in this quarter and next quarter. All 3 of us principals are using the same template to collect snapshots of the classroom data and then provide feedback to staff on those as well.
Questions? Thank you, Carrie. Michaela.
With our attendance, we're kind of holding at 91% with illnesses, and it's great, but a lot of our students go to watch the older kids in sports, which affects their attendance. So you have to wait there. But we are doing the Wear Hour Awards, and it was actually nice that we had a new class that hadn't won it at all yet this year. We won it for this week, so that was pretty exciting for them to be able to get this goal in their classroom, and we will decide second quarter attendance after this week to see who gets to have the prize for this quarter. I put the STAR math testing information in there. At the time that this needed to be submitted, I didn't have the STAR reading. If you'd like me to send you like the same information that I sent here instead of talking numbers, I mean, I can do that. But it's just basically our students are making gains. We're not showing that we're at grade level, but we're making those gains, and it's really good to see that where the projections are and where we're going with our testing data. The staff will we will look at that in January more in depth just to see. So like I said, if you would like to see, like I sent you for the STAR math, I can send you the same thing for the STAR reading that, that our program describes. So if you would like that information, I can get that for you. Our barista night was a huge success. Our students rotated about every 6-7 minutes on a job, and they served over 70 drinks in 1 hour. We had lines out the door. I didn't expect it to be that way, so we'll make some adjustments, but the kids want to do it again. They loved that event that happened. Books were given out, and while people were enjoying their coffee or their cocoa, they were able to do some different activities at the table. So that was really good. The middle school is currently doing an angel tree for meal packets, and they're going to continue that through into January just to continue getting those packets for meals put together. We have finished our book study for the first semester, so we will be implementing some of those things into our second semester. And then just back to the STAR test, it was exciting. I had Mrs. Kaltenbach had one class that every student in that group improved, which was awesome. They were very excited about it, so they wanted me to know that. So they invited me down. And then we had the winter concert today during the day. I thought it was well received to have it in the afternoon because we had the community that was able to attend, and then the student body, because they never get, they just don't attend because they don't come back. So there was a lot of positives with that. I also did record each of the songs and posted that for the people that weren't able to be there. So I did get that posted. That's all I have.
Questions? Thank you, Michaela.
Will you send us the numbers on the STAR reading?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I absolutely can.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other questions? Melissa?
For our attendance, 3 weeks ago, we were above the state average for attendance. Last week on Thursday, when I pulled it, we went all the way back down to 90%. So that was kind of disheartening. I don't know if it was sickness or if it was just something going on, but we had a lot of kids absent last week. And then even today, we had quite a few kids absent. So we're trying to do fun things. We decorated the halls and doing some arts and crafts and trying to get kids to come to school. So that's exciting. I posted some pictures on Facebook today about our hallway. So if you get a chance, come down and see it. It's pretty cute down there. I don't have any data for STAR reading or STAR math. I will get that for next board meeting. We had our Christmas concert on December 9th, and it turned out to be pretty good. We broke it into 2 parts. The preschool through second was at 5:30, and the 3rd through 5th was at 6:30. So parents had opportunities to take pictures with kids, and there was a little break in between there. Mrs. Goldberg talked about the South Dakota Public Schools website, and I posted a story about the treasure hunt and what the kids are doing at the school. And so we partnered with the treasure hunt, and the kids get to take their Pride Bucks and take them over there and buy stuff like Christmas presents for their families. And funny story today, our grandma donated a bunch of things, and the grandchild went in today and bought them all back. So she's taking them home. So it's kind of fun. The kids are so excited to buy gifts for other people, and that was our point, was to try to make those kids feel like giving is more important than getting. So you can definitely feel the vibe when the kids come back with all their cool stuff they get to wrap for their families. So. And they get a lot. So if you guys get the Treasure Hunt members, please tell them thank you. That's very nice of them to do that.
Parents of a second grader who got to go. She thought it was awesome, but she was like, I didn't have enough money, but I wanted to get this for Macy and this for Gavin. So it was like teaching them like budgeting their money. So that was super cool too, because they understand that type of stuff.
Yeah. And
so it was super cool.
And Roz really made them count out their money and count them, make sure they had enough. So it was definitely a learning experience too. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I posted this article on the South Dakota Public School page as well, because I think we need to promote what our school is doing in a positive way, so. I can also submit that article to the booster as well. I think it'd be pretty cool. And a huge thank you to the Martin Community Foundation. They are the ones that contributed to the Bennett County students in helping us fund the Missoula Children's Theater that will be here on April 27th through May 1st. And they're doing the and I know we've done a lot. It just seems like the kids are super busy this time of year, and so we just really want the kiddos to be in school and trying to get an incentive for them to be there. That's it.
Questions?
What were the dates for Missoula?
April 27th through May 1st. And it will be held here in the Legion. And I believe Amy put it in the news, is gonna put it in the news article.
Any other questions? Thank you, Melissa. Amy?
I gave you guys all a handout. One of them is a trifold of title information. I kind of think what I did. I went on to different websites and found some things that I really liked. Getting parents to come to the title meetings has been a struggle, but I still want that information still needs to be out there. So I created these pamphlets, and I'm going to hand them out at some of the parent activities that are here. And we're going to kill two birds with one stone, just so that they have some information on what title funds are used for, how we use them. Just if, if anybody ever has questions, they're more than welcome to come visit with me about them. We did get the carryover finalized finally. The state was just late in getting it to us, and then they're doing a few things differently than they've done in the past, but they were pretty particular, so I had to be specific. And then also the other handouts that I gave you, those half sheets are the trainings that the state is offering for all teachers. The SOR is Science of Reading. Don't get confused with SRO. That is the initiative the state is pushing for teachers, and they're offering 15 credits in each of those. Same thing with the blueprint, and that is for all teachers as well. It's not just ELA teachers, it is K-12 teachers. We have teachers in each building, 2 buildings that have signed up already. I don't remember, maybe you guys do, I don't remember the state ever offering free credits for something. So this is something that the Board of Regents, there's 5 different schools. So if they take the courses, they get 3 credits paid for. I don't remember them ever doing it before. So it's a huge incentive for our teachers. And then with our grant, we will pay our teachers a stipend for taking the course, which is a lot of what the grant is for, is stipends too, because it's going to be extra work. So I think that's pretty awesome. And then also I included the email from the state where we awarded the grant. It talks a little bit about what it was, and then also in the back is the schools that received it across the state. South Dakota was one of a lot that applied for the grant, the state itself, and I believe there was 5 states in the nation that received it. And the survey, the people that did the survey, Marzano, yeah, he's a big name in education. They're actually going to have us do take part in a survey to see how well it's doing, how the training is doing. So teachers are going to have to take some surveys as part of the grant initiative. If you have any questions, would like to see the wonderful long several-page document of the budget, I'd be happy to go over it. And I guess the rest is on there. We do have some parent involvement coming up in January. And Christmas break is coming soon.
Questions?
This is a really good idea. I think a lot of people don't understand what that money can be used for. Right. I was one of them until I looked it up. It's a good idea.
There's a lot of, there's a lot of things we have to, the school pays for some things, but, really, a good portion of our title budget goes for staff for support. So, but there are also some things that we have to pay for. We have to pay for a certain percentage of parent involvement. That's required. So those set asides have to be, it's just some of the laws. So I'm learning every year. This is my 4th year doing it and I'm still learning. So I just thought this was an overall good picture. Like I went and pulled it from a bunch of different schools on things that I thought explained it pretty well. So
it helped with a lot of misunderstanding that's out there. Sure. Where money goes and why can't you do this or that?
Right.
Any further questions? Thank you, Amy. Lainey.
Okay, middle school girls basketball season ended, with the championship, in the Western Great Plains Conference in White River. The girls played very well and had a good season. 5 of those girls, 3 8th graders and 2 7th graders have moved up to practice and play some CNJV with the high school, which has been really good for all of them, I think. They're really evolving and growing. So that's always good to see. Middle school wrestling was to end Friday in Gregory, but that got canceled due to weather. So their season kind of ended short, but 2 girls have gone up to wrestling high school and will be very competitive there. They also have a couple boys, middle school boys, who are going to come up and wrestle, maybe not enter any meets, but get some experience at practice and just get that, being able to grow and evolve. Maybe if there's some GD needs, a few of those boys, but I know there's one boy in particular who has really struggled in school, and now since he's been able to be part of wrestling, has really come alive. He wants to stay caught up and he wants to go do the rest and be part of it. And so I actually talked to his guardian this morning and she was like, what do I have to do to let him keep going to practices? And so we're going to maybe work out a plan with him. So that's always good to see how our athletics can push the academics as well for our kids. And here, have someone call me to keep their kid in a sport is good. So, high school wrestling is going. They've gone to a couple meets already. They have 6 boys and 12 girls in their roster right now. So a good amount of kids. They left for the LNI tournament tonight and they will wrestle there tomorrow. And our high school boys and girls basketball season went in full force. They started their season strong at a doubleheader in Phillip. And their next game is a doubleheader in Gordon on Friday. Full JV games for Gordon. Gordon wasn't sure if they have that, but they do. So we're full games on Friday. And I also wanted to point out, given the success of some of our athletes and our programs and how they're building and they're growing, our kids have been given opportunities across the board that we've never seen before. Opportunities to get into those preseason scrimmages. That's something we never got before. We were going to go to LNI. They wanted me to come to their meeting and try to get our teams there for next year, our basketball team. So that's part of it. Getting into classics, things that we've never been able to do before. And then also having other teams reach out to us and be like, hey, can we get you guys on the schedule? What do we need to do? So I think that's very good. It's very good for Bennett County. It's very good for our kids. It's very good for our programs. And I know this isn't on my agenda, but this year was a count year. And I just, did you get that from Dan Swartos? And I knew we were going to be close on the count to jump to an A school next year. But our adjusted enrollment was 81.9. And then to jump to an A school, it has to be 89.9. So we will stay in school for 2 more years. I've kind of given a forewarning. Larry Osborne, who's our rep from the Hills, had kind of told me, you guys are on the border. I'm just going to warn you. So when they sent out that email, I was hesitant to open it and look and see what happened. But we're good for now. I don't think there's a lot of schools that have changed. Parkston, who's been super competitive in the B, schools will move to A next year. I did not notice, that one right away, so. But that's all I really have.
I have a question.
Yes.
And I agree with the fact that we've been successful.
Mhm.
You know, I agree with that. And, competition is, we, you know, you need the competition. My question is, where teams are reaching out, wanting us on our schedule, are they willing to come here? Or are we going East River all the time?
I had one school message me, about trying to get a volleyball game, and I asked her if we were willing to sign a contract if they would come here for the first year, or could we both look into a neutral site? And they were open to whatever. It was Sioux Falls Christian. And, between her and I would like to, maybe see if we could find a neutral site to play. And if we could both drive 2 hours, I mean, it might work out, you know. And I also had somebody message me today, but they're a lot closer.
But I mean, you know, we go to Wakanda.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, to me, it's sometimes it seems to me, and I refer this, several years ago with Philip. Philip always had the state of mind that it was farther from Martin, or from Philip to Martin than it was from Martin to Philip. I mean, and then that's just the mentality of that thing. And when we do this, and especially when we get into classics, we start losing home games and JV games. You know, we lose that. You know, so I'm just was curious if they'd be willing to come here. I mean, it's
Right. And that's, but when she messaged me from Sioux Falls Christian, that was the first thing I asked, is would you come here for the first year? Or with a neutral, you know, would you be willing halfway? I know getting into LNI, neither team wants to go back to Irene next year. That's just a 1-year contract. So I don't think we'll travel back to Irene. I just got the agenda for the Big Bow Classic in Multi-Wessington. Every team on that schedule gets 2 games that day, except for Benton County. Benton County gets the last game of the day at 7:30 p.m. 6:30 our time, 7:30 Central Time in Halsey. And so I think that's something we can maybe take out. But if we're gonna get an opportunity to go to LNI, that would be for varsity games that our JV would miss out on. So our high school girls coaches, I know for sure have already been like stirring, how can we get our JV girls more time, more minutes, more, because they miss out. And what they'd like to do is host a conference tournament, maybe one evening and then the next day, and have every school in our conference come. We do it at middle school level, so why not try it at JV level, which I'm open to looking at hosting something like that.
and that's always hurt the boys too with the Jones County tournament. We lose JV games.
Yes.
You know, I mean, and it's just
It's
it's a scheduling thing, and I understand. I mean, I don't get me wrong but it just irritates me that they want to play. It's fine, but they want to play us there. You know, I mean, that was my only question.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions?
No.
Thank you, lady. Deputy Evans, you're up.
Yes. I don't have much for newer updates, but just to follow up on from the last time I was here. Started doing some presentations with the seminar classes. And I have another one planned this Thursday before break, so we'll get one before they head out. The decals, update on that, we got it into a computer. So we're getting closer, like I said, anticipated them getting done sooner than we thought. And that's all I really have for now.
Anybody have any questions for him? Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Joe?
No.
I have a question. Yeah, geez. And she's skipping out. She's leaving the country. I think Tennessee is outside.
It's outside the border. Yeah, I'm going outside the border.
Okay, item number 81.0, open seal bids for bus and suburban.
All
What
right,
do we got
Michael, I'm not, some of them just say bid.
Okay.
So,
Okay. You might want to write these down as I
I
read them.
will, yep. I will.
This is bus number 19, whatever that is. Bus number 19, Ken Donovan. $200. 2008 Bluebird bus.
They're only surplus one bus, right? Yeah, so it's the same one, okay.
And the vertical.
In the verb, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This is from Jamie Saxton. $300 for the 2008 Bluebird 71 passenger bus. 300. Jamie Saxon. $100 for the 2001 Chevrolet Bluebird 22 passenger bus. $2,005.
That's a verb, I think.
Huh?
That's just the verb. Is that Craig? Craig brought me one. I wonder if
That's probably correct.
uh-huh. So that's a 2005.
$799.
I think that's Craig.
I think that's great, Dylan.
Okay, $799.
Craig. I think it's Craig. Is it
Yes.
Dylan? I think it's
Okay, I didn't hear you say that.
2004 Chevy Suburban. This is from Aaron Knoll. 1,250.
I know, they didn't want anybody to see It's sealed. It is, it's sealed. It's sealed.
Okay, Tanner Saxon. For the number 33 Chevy Suburban 2005. 750.
And which section was that?
Tanner.
Tanner.
That's all I have.
Okay, that's all I have too. So it looks like Aaron was the only one who bid on the 04. Okay.
That's what I. that's what I
Okay.
have written it down.
And looks like Craig's high on the 2005.
Yep.
And the bus looks like Jamie Saxton.
Is it for two different buses, those girls?
Well, I thought there was only one.
Isn't there a small bus?
I thought they brought that one back before, then a small bus at
Okay,
70.
this one, Jamie Saxon's 300 for 2008. Tanner Sax, that's the Suburban. Kenny Donovan, all he put was 200. He didn't put what he was bidding on.
I thought it had the bus number on them.
It had it on
They
it.
have bus number. I'd have to go get my whole bus list with the number that. And then Jamie's on the 2001. This is 2008. Kenny D didn't put.
That's it. You want the big bus?
You guys want me to go get print off my bus sheet? You wanna take high bid?
Yeah,
I should take that risk.
yeah, you got some high bid. Yeah.
So we have a motion to take the highest bid on, and then I'll talk to Ken tomorrow. I don't know what he did now. He signed, he signed, and he signed. Frank signed. At least I know. So we'll need a motion to
Accept the high bid.
to accept it.
Need a motion then to accept the high bids.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Dallas,
Second.
second by Ryan. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 82.0, motion to accept the following resignations. Neil Hicks, middle school boys basketball coach. Marcy Cradaville, BCHS kitchen aide.
So moved.
Motion by Ryan. Do I have a second? Second by Caleb. Excuse me. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 83.0, motion to combine the June 2nd, 2026 school board election with the Bennett County's primary election.
So moved.
Motion by Dallas. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ryan. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 84.0, motion to approve the following volunteers for hand games. Charlie Janice, Claire Pierman. Motion by Kayla, do I have a second? Second by Dallas. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 85.0, motion to transfer $75,000 from impact aid to food service. Motion by Dallas. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Abby. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Item number 86.0, motion to surplus the following. 2 Chromebooks, BCHS outdated and broken. Motion by Kayla. Is there a second? Second by Abby. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Item number 87.0, motion to accept the proposal recommended by the building committee for the design build bus garage project from Suncoda.
So moved.
Motion by Ryan. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dallas. Board discussion. Building committee have anything to say on it?
No, not really, yes, not right now.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Motion to approve the following contracts for the 25-26 school year. Vicki Rose, Assistant Business Manager, $50,000. Jesse Byerly, BCHS Boys Assistant, $2,578.10. Anthony Mullenberg, Middle School Boys Basketball Coach, $1,502. Motion by Kayla. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Abby. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Motion to approve the following supplemental budget for the 25-26 fiscal school year, JAG, $1,700. Motion by Dallas. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ryan. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 90.0, motion to enter into executive session for personnel matters pursuant to SDCL 1-25-2-1.
So moved.
Motion by Dallas. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ryan. Board discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are in executive session.
Yeah.
Was that-